talking with you about that, and at the end, just like our last sessions, you will have the opportunity to ask questions. It will be a dialogue between the two of you, but at first you'll do a brief presentation, and then we'll move into the Q&A. So, Alex, the stage is yours.
Thank you. So, that's a short speech about opportunities and necessities in autonomous driving. I think we all are now aware of the good and bad movies. We love that, huh? And the good and bad translates, in this case, two sides of automation, which is we have opportunities, which means augmenting your world because you are not fixed to the steering wheel. There's no reason to watch the road all the time. Yet we did a future talk about robotics then. I hope it will work. Oh no, again it's the first time. First time again. Yeah, it's to the left. Well, it does not work. Okay, then I have to talk about this. If it's not working, no, it's not working. That's bad. Okay. On the left, you would have seen experimentation with drones, and drones which are in one case able to fly around in autonomous mode, but without communication devices built in, without communication signals. So we had experimental on that the drones would fly to you, like here, like that, and then the people were scared. Yeah, it was not so fine as an experience. The second time we equipped the drones with communication devices, which means signals, lamps. Yeah, very simple. So the drones then came to you, yeah, and then they showed they have seen you. Blinking signals, and they were wiggling in the air, and then it was very relaxed. It was not scary anymore. Yeah, because you have the autonomous robot, this drone, flying to you, then it stopped, had seen you, and then it goes ahead. So that was very simple and showed us that it's possible to have, for us human beings, a pleasant experience of autonomous mobility of these robots or cars, and it depends only on these communication signals. Very simple. On the other hand, these going virtual was a future talk we had made this year, which shows us that if you are inside a car, yeah, then you can have a reality enhanced, yeah, because you are not fixed to look at the road to watch the car when it's driving. And you could have some fun in it, and you couldn't see that. And another thing is the good and bad. The bad form is the necessity. Necessity with cars, with autonomous cars, is very important to avoid blind trust. Because blind trust means that you believe the thing will see you, you believe the car will act accordingly. If you are a pedestrian and this comes in front of you, yeah, you have to believe that it's blind trust. Blind trust is bad for us people. Therefore, I think we have in the left example. Many people know that from the internet. The car will go on and will drive through the people. Yeah, it was very dangerous because nobody could make the kind of mind-reading process to see that the car will approach truly. Yeah? There was no aggression in it, nothing. It was dangerous from the outside because nobody can read the mind of a car. Yeah? If we are walking around, we read our minds in a way. That's the reason because we don't bump in each other all the time. Yeah? You see that. You see the actions that the kind of mind reading. The neuroscientists call it mind reading. From the inside, it's the same thing. We had, I think this video is famous too. Some guy just make a movie about the autonomous mode of this car. It shows the empty driver's seat. So it was blind trust. He thought this car is so cool it will work because there was no information about the risks built in. So this blind trust is bad. So what's to do about that? One recipe is that we can apply social neuroscience. What's social neuroscience? No, social neuroscience is an interesting new branch of science. Means neuroscience is the science of the brain. One thing, okay, studying what we are doing and so on. Everybody knows. But social neuroscience means how do we behave? So how do we behave in mobility, for example? Mobility, why do we don't make accidents? Yeah? how do we do that? And one key term in that is here the unconscious inference. Unconscious inference means, you can Google that, it's very funny in a way. It means that we have two processes, so to say. One is our consciousness, we think about it and we say, hey, I like to do that, and then I do that, or I make my mind. But the main process in mobility is unconscious. Unconscious means we are running on automatic on ourselves. Unconscious inference means you are driving and you are daydreaming, for example, and it works. We are walking here through the full mall and it works. And this is all an automatic, unconscious inference. Very important for mobility. And if you try to include now automated things in this process, then we have to equip these automated things with signaling devices so that our unconscious inference will work with that. Yeah? It's mixed. It's about mixed traffic. Like this situation here, you see that everybody is going everywhere and it works in a way which is kind of a wonder. Huh? It's a miracle, but it works. This is unconscious inference. Try to do that for yourself so when you walk around, try to make it conscious, then you will be dangerous. And try to think of something else, then it will work fine. So what can we do about that? We have more about it. We have things like that, like neural health. Neural health means driving around, walking, mobility in itself is building our brain. It's our brain growing through places, like mobility. So don't walk always the same places. Make changes. It's better for your health. Surprises. Make errors. It's better. So that's an opportunity for autonomous driving because we are inside of the car and we can make it more, give the people a stronger experience about these mobility. You can do that, because you are not always forced to watch the road. We have made a future talk about that. It's going virtual. And first thing is what I said about these, that the cars should be able to communicate because of these unconscious inference. We should see the car has seen us, so we are not scared. Or the car should give us signs that we should cross the street with lights to avoid to build informed trust instead of blind trust. It's very important. Another thing is we can test our mind reading inside a car. An autonomous car. Mind reading means if you drive on the road, and then stop a second or ask your partner to explain what's the mood of all the other drivers on the road, and you will be surprised. You will be able to tell that. You will be able to tell this mood is this one is agitated, this one is calm, this one is whatsoever. And you can test your mind reading if you can do that against this one. You can put that in the screen of the car, in the windshield, and you can test it. Say, okay, this human is relaxed. You can check out what is the machinery saying about that. This is the same mind reading. So it's a very funny thing. Or you can develop your inner map. Inner map means that's what I said about this neural health. Is to say, okay, if I have more viewpoints when I travel to the city or to a landscape, then it's better for me. Because I have not to watch the road, I can see the whole environment, the whole landscape, and so I built an inner map. Inner map is important to do that. Not just look at your smartphone when you walk around. That's very bad. Not good for your brain. Look up. Another thing, you can play topographic games. With a situation like that, you can augment the reality with fun things like that. So you can remember, play with it. You can play games inside the car if you are sitting inside and you have a little bit of time for that, like monster playing. Or you can use avatars to socialize. Situations like that are very common. We know that. And all the time we are curious what has happened. How long will the congestion be? And so we can ask people in these future cars with avatars and can socialize, ask them and talk to them. So it's a mixture between total trust. So we are not alone anymore. Because loneliness is not good, even in a car. So the last slide, this one here, if you have situations like this one is Italy, motorway in Italy, and controllo della velocità sistema tutor means translated, you are an idiot and you come into prison if you drive too fast. Yeah, so it's very unpleasant. You don't like that signs, but there's no reason to read that signs anymore if the car drives itself. So you can make the world yours. So this way, you can make something like that. Yeah, display your waiting child at home, and then you will see, okay, this hour is no problem at all. It's about love, and everything is fine. No reason to watch these ugly signs. That's it. I think we will have much fun with these autonomous driving and the combination of virtual reality and augmented reality. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alex. So, I'm sure there are questions. So if you do have a question, please see me here at the front of the railing, so that way you can ask your question on the microphone, so everyone can hear, and Alex can go ahead and interact with you. So, our first question. Yes, sir.
Alex, I just bought the 2016 S-Class Mercedes. I love they don't call it auto drive, you call it steering assist. What is the next evolution, and when will that happen? How long will it be before we get here? Can you draw kind of the timeline?
Yes, if you have the new E-Class, S-Class is the next S-Class will have more than the current new E-Class, so we will see these semi-autonomous features will grow very fast. Yeah, so the next S-Class, I expect that you can drive semi-autonomously, means semi-autonomous is your responsibility on these motorways, surely in a very simple and pleasant way. No, the next S-Class then. Yeah. But now you have the E-Class, which is very fine. It's our newest model, no? And this is the best you can buy.
I believe they'll be unveiling that at the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. That's where they'll unveil the new E-Class here in the U.S.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Next question, please. Don't be shy. Come on down. Yes, sir.
Hi. Is it necessary to have LiDAR, do you think, for fully autonomous driving, or can you do it without that?
This will I leave to the technicians, the engineers. I think they will be used, which is always the best and the safest technology. So I think once you have LiDAR is very cool, but after LiDAR there will be something else. So it's not about one technology, but the whole system integration. That's the task.
Thank you. Our next question. I know I saw someone coming to the front. Yes, sir.
How important is augmented reality? How important is augmented reality for autonomous driving?
How far is
How important is augmented reality?
Augmented reality. It is for the function of the car. It's not directly important, because you are inside the car runs for itself. But it is very important to make yourself comfortable with it. Yeah, we have to introduce some information, which shows you that all devices are working properly, for example. Yeah, so you can see, okay, the sensor sees all the cars outside, and then everything is fine. So, but if there's not, the sensor does miss something, and you can say, okay, there's something wrong. It's like the weather. Yeah, imagination. Our vision is like to make it like the weather. Right? You step outside, and you see, without knowledge about weather, you see there's something wrong. I need to have my umbrella, for example. Yeah, that would be the idea that people can check inside the car that everything runs normally. Yeah, that's important. To feel safe, to be not blind trust, but to have informed trust inside the car about the proper functions.
Perfect, thank you. Any additional questions? Going once, twice. Thank you very much, Alex, for joining us.
Thank you.
That completes our schedule for today. Please join us tomorrow morning beginning at 10 a.m. for our first session. If you didn't catch the 2 o'clock or the 3 o'clock sessions this afternoon, we will repeat those tomorrow morning. We will have an additional session that wasn't presented today at 1 o'clock. So we have a full schedule tomorrow. Come back and see us here at Inspiration Talks presented by Mercedes-Benz. Have a great night.